in Poland. The Wrocław and Banvit are the visitors. It's game day 13, and Banvit, second in the group, looking to cement that spot and continue probably the hottest streak in Champions League basketball at the moment. Banvit on a real roll of form, both at home in Turkey and in the Basketball Champions League. Anwil, after going 4-4, have dropped their last 4 games, lost out on the chance for playoff action, but they still have things to play for. Here is the schedule for Group A. Nizhny had a big win yesterday. Murcia just rolled over Ludwigsburg. Le Mans visit Avellino in the nightcap game in this group. But we're in Poland, and the hosts, well, they've got the chance to make it to 5th or 6th and then drop into the FIBA Europe Cup. That must be their objective. They've got to break this 4-game losing streak and hopefully make it into the second-tier competition and be successful in that. They have a good roster. Here are the standings in Group A. Murcia already the group winners. Banvit with a 3-game cushion with 2 weeks to go, which tells you exactly all you need to know about have they qualified. But trying to make second place is important for the Turkish club, and also the need to keep this momentum going of a huge run of form that included wins over Fenerbahce at home in the Turkish Super League and a streak of games in the Basketball Champions League that has seen them win their last 3 games. In fact, they've won 4 of their last 5 in this competition. The addition of Gary Neal added to the addition of Mackenzie Moore, building on the inside presence of Jordan Morgan, and Alex Perez gives you all the attitude you need at the point. Plus, there's a talented group of Turkish players on this team, and Banvit, for me, are developing into a real live contender for the playoffs. In Wrocław, well, they started, they got the win week 1 on the road. We're at 4-4 and really in the shake-up for the playoffs. But coach Igor Milisic's team, 4 straight losses, 2 at home, has really put pay to any playoff hopes, but they still have the opportunity to fight for that FIBA Europe Cup place, finishing 5th or 6th in the group. And you saw from the league table that is a realistic option if they win this at home to give them the chance to finish the job next week in the final week of regular season action. These 2 teams obviously have played once before, and Banvit at the 75-68 win. Wrocław couldn't buy a basket, couldn't hit the ocean from the beach, I think is the phrase. Shot 17% from the 3-point line. Also turned it over 18 times, which led to 18 points for Banvit, and that was pretty much the decisive stat as the Turkish club defended the home court and got the win. So Banvit introduced to the reasonable crowd here in the Mistral Hala for just over 4,000 seat capacity, not at capacity at the moment, but building up. Poland feeling the same cold snap as the whole of Central Europe, so it's a brave man who comes out on a cold night in Poland. Anwil made their debut in European competition in 1993, was a regular competitor between 2000 and 2008. But their first year in since 2011 in European competition, so what looked like it was going to be a really successful return to European action, we've got to try and rescue that right now and take the opportunity to play FIBA Europe Cup, where I think there'll be a competitive group in the latter stages of that competition. Currently sit 4th in the Polish League, Anwil, with a 12-4 record. They didn't play on the last round of games, but they did lose to third place Maseko, one of the biggest clubs in Poland, in the last action they played in the Polish league, losing 66-83 at home. It's not going to build any confidence, but that's not what we're concerned with tonight. The aspiration is, let's make the FIBA Europe Cup. Let's give ourselves a chance of extending our European experience in this season. And a win at home against Banvit, already qualified for the playoffs, is exactly what they need. It's going to be a tough ask though. Banvit, as I say, are one of the hottest teams in Basketball Champions League. And with the additions they made, it looks like they've done an excellent job. Lost their first 5-6 games in the Turkish league, and now climbing back up that league. They've moved to 6-9. 7 wins on the bounce, both in the Champions League and in the Turkish league, have seen them really move up the league and become a real force, both in Europe and in the Super League in Turkey. Here's the third team on the floor for tonight's game. The 3 referees, Mr. Siluin, Mr. Kalpakas, and Tomasovic from Romania, Sweden, and Czech Republic. Third team on the floor, and they, as we always say, have to work as a team. 3 of them out there, 3 of them have got to cover the whole game. And I have to say, one of the things that's always impresses me is the way that these guys do work together. It's not like you can pick one of those referees off and get a different call. They really do a good job of both communicating and covering the game. Here's the starting lineup for Banvit. It's been the same starting lineup that you've seen in the last few weeks of Champions League action. Gary Neal's just added some real quality, but Mackenzie Moore is becoming a huge factor on this team. Alex Perez leads this team with some real attitude, and this is what this team needs for Coach Hakan Dumur. Making these changes, difficult tasks from a coaching perspective, but he has dealt with it superbly. Integrating talent may sound like a great addition, but trying to make it work as a group so the sum of the parts becomes stronger is never easy mid-season, and he has done that superbly. Starting lineup with Lashinsky, number 1 rated player in assists in the Basketball Champions League. Josie Sobin has the problem. He's the guy that's going to have to guard Jordan Morgan, and that is a handful. He's going to need us some help on the glass with Markovic. And I think they have to take care of the basketball. Igor Milicic will know that, but they have to compete on the inside. But the Banvit team they face now, even though Mackenzie Moore played his first game for Banvit in the Banvit win over Anwil, is a different team than the team they faced back in Turkey. It's a team that I think really has some belief. They start 5 non-Turkish players, 5 Americans, but you don't get the feel in any way, shape or form that those 5 are a separate unit, because the rotations is so consistent. They get effort and real energy from the bench, Banvit, and that's really been a factor as they've been challenged. It's not, they haven't rolled teams over on this 7-game streak. They've had to work, they've had to trust each other and execute, and they've done that very, very well. They've been knocking on the door in Turkey, trying to break into the Istanbul almost monopoly. But they are a real factor, have been over the last few years. And with the win over Fenerbahce a few weeks ago, they've announced themselves as being back in business when it comes to Turkish league play. Chase Simon has had a solid season here in Wrocławek. So welcome to Poland, welcome to Wrocławek, the home team in the white, Banvit on the road from Turkey in the green. And they reverse it, and again, the ball doesn't stick. You've got to love the way this team shares the ball. Inside, outside, Neil on the penetration in the lane. Kicks it to the corner. He showed him with the three, it's good. Every player in a green uniform gets a touch in the first set, and that's a great sign. Michalak moves it on. Markovic will get it to Seaman, who tries to turn the corner, puts it on the floor, wraps it round, open three off the great lift. Lashinsky with his feet set, time and space. Defense gets sucked down, great find, knocks down the three. Back cut. Inside, outside, extra pass. They find Neil, puts it on the floor. Little floater in the lane for two, and again, second offense running. This team share the ball. So down the lane, ball knocked away. Ball belongs to Wrocławek. Anwil, Wrocławek. They're currently fourth in Poland. They're going to be a contender in the playoffs. Jordan Morgan, a solid season is an understatement for him. Michalak, step back, long two is good. Create a little separation. Nice little two in rhythm. Moore advances the basketball. Jordan Morgan out top. Perez wants, Perez gets. Morgan slips on screen, they go high to Shelton, puts it on the floor, spins, comes back, goes with a jump hook for two. Neither team has missed, and we've got a 7-5 start for Banvit. 100% from the floor, both teams. First miss of the game. Moore keeps it alive, but DJ Shelton can't control it. End line possession, 14-second reset. They just go lob to the inside, foul on the play. Chase Simon will go to the free throw line. Mackenzie Moore picks up foul number one, much to his amazement. There are times you don't need anybody to commentate on what's happening. This Mackenzie Moore is just giving you everything you need to know. Frustration. Chase Seaman on the line, makes the first. Simon again, as I say, solid season. Shooting nearly 80% from the free throw line. Averaging just over 12 points a game. Chipping out 1.3 assists a game. He's probably, or 2 assists a game. He's probably a little disappointed with his output from that perspective. As Banvit continue to go 100% from the floor, Shelton gets the two. Kaczynski gets it in Simon on the drive to the middle. Whistle away from the ball. Jordan Morgan looks like he's picked up the personal. Quick release. Super execution. Michalak just cut, caught, shot in the one movement. Ties it at 9 apiece. Offensively, both teams looking incredibly comfortable at the minute. Oh, we're going to have to play some defense out here. Moore puts it on the floor. Forcing him left and kick and knocked away, and we've got 1 second on the possession. A lot of dribble going nowhere. And they're going to have to run something pretty quick here. They can't pass. They get it away. And it's short. Great work by Morgan on the glass. And everything, when you work hard, you get rewarded. Great effort on the offensive ball for Jordan Morgan. Keeps it alive, comes off the feet of the defense. It's going to come right off Sorbin's hands and his knees and out of bounds. And Jordan Morgan gets rewarded. Substitution coming in for Slovak. Kostareski checks in. 9-9 the score, 6:51 to go in one. Kenzie Moore on the end line. Just about beats the 5 count, gets it to Gary Neal. Straight up in the corner, way short. Offensive rebound, kick back out. Kenzie Moore for 3 is long. And the defensive rebound is pulled in. And Michalak having a nice start to the game. Adds the defensive rebounds to an already impressive stat line. Sobin back to the hoop, tries to get to the middle. Goes to the right hand, sweet little finish. Got the shot he wanted. Offensive foul, and that'll be foul number 2 on Jordan Morgan, and that's not a good call for Kostamir. Morgan sits, going to be replaced by Lagab Akhtar, and Akhtar has been exceptional off the bench for the Turkish club. Off the down screen, turns down the jumper, has to put it on the floor. Chinsky gets to the middle, nice pass. Oh, and he throws the dunk down and blows it off the back of the ring. Foul on the play, and Perez draws contact. And Markovic was going for the highlight, and he's in the wrong highlight. Here's Perez with the ball fake and the contact. He'll go to the free throw line. Sobin picks up the personal. Perez to tie it and give us a new ball game with 5:47 remaining in the first. Can't do that. We've got a whistle on the play. And as I said, Lagab Akhtar has been phenomenal. The 19-year-old, 2'11" center, straight in, makes a nuisance of himself on the offensive glass. Perez will kick. Moore in the corner, has to back out, needs a pass, wraps it. Akhtar's going to go to the right hand, drops the pass. Shelton for 2, and the big man. Wow, let's call him a man, Lagab Akhtar. Beautiful little drop pass. Drops it into the path. Shelton gets the 2. Banvit get the lead. Nice pass. Tough finish is blown, and a chance here for Mackenzie Moore to run. Numbers down the floor. And Shelton can't connect with the 3. And Voxlevek just about turnover, and they just hunted it. Sheldon will throw it down. Timeout for Voxlevek. Shelton gets the throw down, and Banvit lead it 14-11. And turnovers killed Anwil in Turkey. And they're beginning, even at this early stage, to be a factor. Shelton gets away with a little extra step, but that's not going to get called. Nice reverse, timeout. Well, as you heard, Coach Milicic already concerned that the press will generate turnovers. Spent a little bit of time in the timeout talking about where he wants the ball to go. It was more, it was just a little out of control. And the fumble, which generated the ball being taken over the halfway line on the sideline, set up the trap. Wasn't really the defense that caused it, but still generated the turnover. Here's Laczynski. Straight man-to-man by Banvit. Nice pass. Back screen on the weak side for the easy two. And Markovic finishes the play. Perez. No angle to make the post pass. Gary Neal attacks the closeout. The two off the dribble is no good. And Markovic will bring it at speed. Zareski moves it on. Laczynski tries to turn the corner, goes inside. The little left-hand hook with a soft touch is good. Kostrzeski gets the two. Nice finish. Soft touch. Rolls it off the fingertips, gets the two. And Roksavek get the 1 point lead. Perez, nice pass. Shelton in the lane. That's going to call that offensive. And Kostrzeski was there. He was there the whole way through the play. Shelton saying he's in the charge circle. He was not. There you go. I'm not sure he was there as early as it looked the first time, though. Shelton will sit. First foul. Ulyusoy checks in. The 22-year-old point guard. And Banvit really trying to extend the defense. Ulyusoy picks up the personal, trying to force his way through. And that's with Banvit being in the penalty, we'll send Anwil to the free throw line. It'll be a big deal for Anwil to make it to the FIBA Europe Cup. I think there'll be a real competitive group in that competition. They have enough inside presence, good perimeter threat. And coming out the Basketball Champions League, you arrive in that competition having played at a tougher level. So things will look good, but they've got to get there first. They currently are not in one of those places to qualify. Two-2-1 trap. The Polish club. Perez puts it down. They could have trapped, and they chose not to. Right around the halfway line. They get a piece of it. Perez recovers. More. Great look. Great hands at the defensive end. Sobin intercepts. In transition, ball knocked away by Perez, as Mihailovic was intent on taking the Europe step to the hoop. Good game, holding foul away from the ball, and that'll be free throws. Well, we all saw it. 2 quick fouls is not something that is not the sort of impact he wanted to have. Mihailovic on the free throw line. Makes the first. Roksavek will trap again, but last time they just didn't trap. The prime option to trap and chose not to take it. Perez has it. Again, that 2-2-1 shape. It's a better job by Banvit beating it. Throwing it across the defense is a dangerous tactic, but here is Perez. Perez with 4 on the clock has gone nowhere. This has got to go up. to the ring, doesn't get it, didn't hit the ring. 24-second violation, and Perez spent too long after beating the press. Nice job by the defense, team-wise, really nice job. Took away the drive lane, forced the ball to areas of the floor that the defense wanted to take it to. So Banvit answer with a little full court, well, soft pressure of their own. Reaching foul. Nikiel off the bench into the stats for all the wrong reasons. And they have been a little sloppy, should we say, defensively. That'll count 7-2 in this first quarter. And Vojvodina have used the free throw line to build this 7-point lead. They've been to the line the last 3 trips down the floor. More down the floor has it knocked away, but great follow. Kel with the follow, he stayed alive, he gets the 2. Sobin goes down low. Great little post up. And Broussard used that strength he has. Posted up down low, gets the 2, back to a 7-point game. So active in this zone. Really threatening the passing lane. Moore puts it on the floor, breaks it down, gets to the middle, kick, wide open. Perez for 3 is good. Nice look. And Sobin has it, doesn't want to risk it now. He's one-on-one in the block, spins baseline, nearly fumbles it away, recovers it. Sobin. It's a bit messy, but who cares? Who cares at all? That's all. As Zolkowski gets the 2, it was never under control. But they ended up with a 4-foot jump shot. And there's not a lot wrong when you end up with a 4-foot jump shot. Perez attacks the middle, straight down the lane. And you've got to give the big man a chance to catch it. Sobin, down the middle, big step, off the glass, can't complete. I'm not sure what they've called. They may have called interference. There's no lineup, so technical foul on the bench. Last minute, 7-point lead, chance to possibly get this to double digits. Right hand hook, far side of the ring is no good. Ball's knocked away, chance to run for Banvit, but defensive transition is again good by Anvil. They really do a nice job getting back and protecting it in this zone. Moore attacks the seam. Perez does the same, whistle on the play. Fouls Mateusz Kostrowski. Kostrowski picks up the personal. That's only the 3rd team foul. Perez is fouled again. Full 14-second reset. About an 11-second differential between the possession clock and the game clock. Poor decision by Attar, went up with a poor hook. Plenty of time here for Anwil to build on the 7-point lead. Inside out, they take a huge three, way short, great job on the glass. They get another look at it, count it! Ziskowski with the three, wraps up the first quarter. And Anvil's defense has generated most of their offense. And after a little blip in the middle of the quarter, they lead by 10, have knocked down 29 first quarter points. And Banvit in a hole on the road, have a deficit of 29-19 at the moment on these stats. Both teams shooting the ball incredibly well, 64-50 and 60-40. 9 free throws is the difference. The team foul situation was decisive in enabling Vostovec to build that first quarter lead. And after a perfect start by both teams, defense got a hold. The trap was decisive for Anwil, and they have a decisive 10-point lead at the end of one. Start of quarter two, great finish to the first quarter for Anwil. They lead it 29-19, and a real challenge for Banvit. The winning streak under threat here. Gary Neal, who's had a very, very quiet start to the game. Perez looks inside. Jordan Morgan back in the game. Jordan Morgan, and again, they've done a great job, Anwil, playing the pass. Really have contested the passing lanes. And you've got to say, to an extent, Banvit may have overpassed at times. Mackenzie Moore doesn't like the maths. 2 on 3, will pull it out. For the first time in a few weeks, Banvit are looking like they're waiting for something to happen, as opposed to really taking control. Gary Neal steps it, drops it inside. Nice pass, great follow. Drew the defense, wide open, 3 is short. And the ball will belong to Banvit as Kostarek Ski just went hard to the glass but couldn't control it. Mihailovic will sit. And they still show the 2-2-1 trap. Back to the zone. Which has a 1-3-1 look about it. Perez in rhythm. Neal for the 3 is long. Just can't get himself going at the moment. 2-on-1 break. Someone goes up. Beautiful finish. Markovic ran the floor superbly Gets rewarded, gets the 2. Jordan Morgan doesn't get it on the inside. Perez drops it inside. Akel go inside out. We'll take the screen to take Perez out the corner. 8 on the possession. Perez stops and fires the 3 is long. Neal chases down the offensive rebound. Baseline kicks it. Mackenzie Moore turns down the 3, gets to the middle. A little step back 2 is long, and he made a decision to take a tough one. Markovic inside out. And they're going to wipe that off because the charging foul's been called. Into the half court. Moore. And the more Anvil have taken the option to just move the basketball away from Banvit, the more they've then hesitated, the slower it's got. And this zone is just active. There's a lot of freedom away from the ball. The back of that zone can just read the passing lanes. Shelton outside the 3, drops it to Usoy. Wide open for 3. It's short. Defensive rebound, and they are really controlling tempo here, Banvit. They're struggling to control it. They started this game with tremendous execution, really moved the ball well. It never got stuck. The Roxavec zone has just taken them out of rhythm. It's a great change. Broussard has it, moves it on. Simon gets it back for 3 is long, and they've got to take advantage of the situation at the moment. They lead it by 10, but they've got an opportunity to really open up a huge lead the way this is going. Neely's fouled and will go to the line. Gary Neal on the free throw line. The last thing really that Roxavec wanted to do is send Gary Neal to the free throw line. He's really struggled to get any offensive rhythm on the jump shot after he made the first little almost runner. Get to the free throw line, make your throws, get some rhythm and touch back on your shot. Helps you throughout the game. 31-23. And Banvit have stopped that little run that Anvil were building. So Sobin outside, still has it. We'll move it on. Tough foul line. Jump shot off the window for 2. And the bank is still open. Late night opening on a Wednesday night. Basketball Champions League night here in Poland. Gary Neal, little hesitation. That gets to the middle. Again, they get hands in the lane. Whistle on the play. And Russo's going to pick up yet another foul. Picks up his 3rd foul. That's a foul. 10-point lead. Anvil going to want to take advantage of this situation, the context of the game. The off-balance 3 is no good. It's a battle on the glass that's finally won by Broussard. Broussard has it down low. Tries to use a little strength here. Tough turnaround jump shot is just dropped for fun. Beautiful. High arcing turnaround jump shot. And Anvil go to a 12-point advantage. Whistle on the play. Broussard picks up his first foul and will go to the bench. Zinski checks back in. Moore, who's yet to really impose himself on the game. Jordan Morgan. They give him the baseline, you give him the two. Well, the rule must have been, oh, great look. Need a pass right now. Numbers down the floor for two. Straight back at you. Michalak gets the two. Full court pass after the made basket by Jordan Morgan. And Banvit just went to sleep. Neal going baseline, stops, pops the two. Still can't get that jump shot to go. Foul on the play. Jordan Morgan does not want this call to go against him, but I fear it will. Chase Simon. Out top, needs a pass. Finds one. Lachinsky comes off the high screen. Bounce pass to the inside, inside out. Seaman attacks the closeout. Wide open look for three is off, and they're getting some great looks. Sobin can't get it to drop. Chance to run here as Moore brings. Is fouled in transition. Moore gets to the middle, drops down. Again, they go again over pass, one would say. Shelton does well to draw contact. We'll go to the free throw line. And the construction of this Oxlevek zone with Sobin at the back is something that Banvit have yet to really work out. Shelton makes the first chance to cut this back to 10. Can't connect with the second of the three throws. Sobin has it. Oh, poor fumble. Skalski just literally fumbled the basketball. And Mackenzie Moore at the other end really makes him pay. Gets the two, timeout for Anvil. Back-to-back baskets for Banvit. That's what they need. Settle themselves down.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Lachinsky gets it into the half court. Banvit back within single digits. Michalak will set the ball screen, then he just flares. Simon comes off the screen, looks to turn the corner, drops inside. Sobin down the lane for two. Tough finish, not really on balance, but finished the play superbly in the end. Perez breaks the defense down, needs a pass, finds a path. The open three is long, and they're doing a really, really good job on the glass. Michalek comes down with another defensive rebound, drops it into Sobin. Sobin will come out to ball screen here. Lachinsky wraps it wide open for three. It's good. The pick and pop action bears dividends again. And Ziskowski just, with that little flat release on the three, knocks it down. The whole defense below the foul line. And this is what, to an extent, what's frustrating for this crowd. Anwil can put this type of performance on the floor after going to 4 straight losses in the Basketball Champions League. 13 assists to 8, sharing the ball beautifully, and at the moment are in control.
Okay, and play each other. You have to be here. Chase, when you bring the ball, give you open, pass the ball. And you, from here, open up. Zizzo, set the good back screen here. Set the good back screen here. Team! In transition, hey! In transition, come on.
Again, the trap, they show it. They beat it with a pass to the middle. Gary Neal attacks the closeouts. Shelton goes up. Tough finish. Had an easier look if it had gone the other side, but hey, we'll take the two. Oh, and this is the Achilles heel, if there's such a thing, for Anwil Wojciech. Yet another turnover. Atar comes in. Perez into the half court. And we'll go back man to man. Neal sprints the baseline. Great effort defensively. Goes with a floater for two. And they did a little bit more help as he curled the screen. Just allowed him to curl the screen, get to the middle. It's the players off the screen that need to step up. 10-point margin. Lachinsky wraps the pass. They turn down the three. Sobin needs to go again. Lachinsky for three is long, and you've got a whistle on the play. And Perez looks like he'll be charged with the pushing foul. Sobin with a handoff. Lachinsky goes baseline. Sobin with the push for two is no good. Shelton comes down with it. Chance to run. Gary Neal in transition. And again, Anwil get back and get back quickly. Good trap in the corner. Nice find. Shelton looks for the extra pass. Wide open for three. Count it. Kenzie Moore said, you cannot leave me that open. Nice find. Take your time. Knock the three down. Nothing but string. Cuts to a 7-point advantage. Sobin going to work down low. Inside, outside, open three. Michalek drops it. Answers the three with a three. 11 points personal. Last minute of the half. Perez will take the ball screen, slices through the hard show, draws contact, and will go to the free throw line as Anwil are in the penalty. Good recognition, dives through the seam of the defense. Martinsky picks up foul number 1. Mihalovic checks back in. Chance to make this an 8-point game. There they go, already 50% from the line again, does Perez. Leszczynski outside, down to 10 on the possession. Leszczynski kicks it. Well, they take the tough one and somehow gets it to drop. Zyskowski again with that unorthodox finish on the shot. It doesn't matter how unorthodox it is if he makes the sort of percentages he does. Perez steps back to answer with a 3. Is long. Great work on the glass by Moore. Get a new full team and a 9-second differential between game and possession. Inside, outside. Shelton for 3 is good. Huge 3 at the end of the half. Cuts it to an 8-point game. They take the 3 to answer. No good off the glass. Attar comes down with it, and we have reached halftime. Huge 3 by DJ Shelton at the end of the half to close it to a 47-39 scoreline at the end of the first half. Anwil led by as many as 15, have been dragged back to 8, and Banvit stayed with it, ticked the scoreboard over and closed the score. But don't forget, Anwil took that zone off, which was giving them all the problems, and they will not forget that coming back to man has enabled Banvit to close it to an 8-point game. Turnovers at a premium in that quarter. So we have reached the half. We're going to show you some highlights of what was a fascinating first half. DJ Shelton's had a huge half, 17 of the 39. The three-pointer at the end just compounded it. Zyskowski with the little unorthodox three-point shot has really ticked it over for Anwil. So there we are, 47-39 at the half. We're going to leave you with some highlights. This one poised nicely. We're going to get a crucial win as they try to get to the FIBA Europe Cup, of the Banvit secure and cement their place as the number 2 team in this group. We'll see you in around 10 minutes for the second half. Well, welcome back. Both teams back on the floor. Great end to the quarter for Banvit. They got really thrown by the 2-2-1 zone. That one, slowed them up. Two, the back of the zone did a great job reading the pass. They turned the ball over 2-3 times purely by the activity at the back of the zone. They really did read the passing lane really well. But you've got to believe that Banvit will find a solution to that. The team that's one of the hottest teams in the Basketball Champions League at the moment, counting their games in the Turkish league, 7 straight wins. Only 1 loss in the last 9. And firmly established as a playoff team with 2 weeks of the regular season remaining. Interesting that Anwil took off the 2-2-1 zone towards the end of the quarter. Maybe Coach Milicic had seen enough and he'll hold it for later in the game. But it did. You know, a 14-point lead became an 8-point lead, so I hope he doesn't regret giving back the momentum to Banvit at the end of the half. Solid performances across the roster for Anwil. Michalak with 11, and Zyskowski with that under the radar 3, should we say. Comes in really low, doesn't really get a lot of arc on it, but he's making them. They have 23 of Anvil's points between them. That's half of the points from the whole of the Anwil roster. DJ Shelton, it's his turn to have the game for Banvit. 7 from 8 from the field for 17 points personal. And I think the first half, one of the things that really showed you is the impact of Jordan Morgan. When he got into early foul trouble and Banvit had to rotate a little bit sooner than they would normally do, it really did seem to have an effect on the way the team functioned. Mackenzie Moore, DJ Shelton. This Banvit roster, I still believe, has a genuine shot going very, very deep in the playoffs. Are they a Final Four team? Well, they've definitely got the ability. Their route to the Final Four will be obviously key. But we'll find a lot out of them now. They've been challenged here in Poland. Start of the third quarter. Banvit in the yellow uniform had the first look in the half court. Just about recovered by Perez. Jordan Morgan gives him a ball screen. Hard show. Baseline penetration. Mackenzie Moore needs a pass, finds one. The 3 is good, and Gary Neal has found his range. Send out the danger signs, the danger signals, because Neal, who struggled in that first quarter, knocks down the 3. And we've got a 5-point game. Markovic to the ring, tough finish in traffic. Kisses it off the glass, really did drive through traffic. Moore attacks it, inside out. Perez, feet set for 3, is long. Defensive rebound is owned by Markovic. Laczynski will take the early screen. Oh, what a game he's having. Michalak knocks down another 3. He's come out the locker room with the same confidence. Nice pass. Jordan Morgan with the extra 1 to Moore for 2. And this team, extra pass is almost its watchword. Morgan had a layup pretty much, but gave it up to Moore as he cut to the hoop. Michalak pulls the trigger from 3, is long. Perez has the rebound. And Banvit in transition. Skelton will give him the early screen and then pop. Gets it on the perimeter. Mackenzie Moore. Shelton for 3. Wow, that was hard. Morgan goes up, goes to work for 2, gets the 2 on the putback. surely they need to warn at least for the flop. Jordan Morgan going to work, cuts it to a 6-point game. Lashinsky. Feet set for Simon for three is off. That's a rebound and a half, and I think Markovic stepped out of bounds. Just crashed the boards from the foul line, just went to work. Couldn't control it. I think the discussion with Coach Milicic is about the flop. But for all of Anvil's quality, Banvit have a chance to cut this to a 3-point game on this possession. Mackenzie Moore just caught his ankle. Nice find. Perez puts it on the floor. Shelton attacks it down the middle in the lane for two. Gets his own rebound, goes back up. And in the end, Markovic takes care of business at the defensive end and brings it. Simon outside the three, catches, long two is good. Just a drill, just a shooting drill. Wants the foul as well. Penetrate, step back, one dribble. Watch this, there you go, step back. A lot of coaches will be not happy with the fact he was on the 3-point line, but he knocked it down for fun. This is as confident an offensive performance that Anvil have put on the floor for a few weeks. Lashinsky picks up the personal. That'll be his first end-line possession for Banvit. Neal. Well, who said this doesn't matter? Three guys on the floor. Oh, they're going to have to call that. It looked to me like Perez really did try and grab his ankle. Maybe just a reflex reaction. But it has to be unsportsmanlike. Referee right on it. Let's take a look. You got to hope that's a reflex action. In fact, not as bad as it looks from the other angle. In fact, Perez is going to get, looked like he got a knee to the face. But meanwhile, Mikhail Michalak makes the first of the free throws. This is a test for Banvit. It's good for them at this stage of the competition. 10-point lead re-established by Anvil. Michalak goes to 16 points personal. Lashinsky puts it on the floor. Little hesitation, wraps it. Markovic for three is good, and the big man just extends the floor. And a 5-0 run on the back of the unsportsmanlike foul, and they open it out to a 13-point lead, 6 to go in the third. Real test for Banvit. Mackenzie Moore stops, long two, sweet as you like. Never looks rushed. Lashinsky. It's Anvil's offense that's really being productive at the moment. Same spot. He turns down the three, inside, outside, only 5 on the possession now. Lashinsky has it. Gets his pass away to Sobin on the inside, who blows the 4-footer. A little off balance. Mackenzie Moore, no one slows the ball down. Has to back out though. Moore needs a pass. 10 on the possession. To the corner, Neal's wide open, count it. Sorry, Shelton's wide open. Gets his feet set and just fills it up from the corner. Whistle on the play. Mackenzie Moore's going to pick up the personal. So Banvit build it out to a 12-point lead. Answered straight away. Moore and Shelton answer with big plays. And Moore trying to pick it up defensively, picks up the personal. Ziskowski's in the game. Simon fires up the three, is short. And Shelton gets another positive stat. Perez in transition. Drops it inside. It's 5 on the possession. Moore squares up, steps back, takes the tough 2, is short. Good defensive series by Anvil. No one got turned. Everybody contained their man. 8-point lead. The Polish club looking for what could be a big win to try and make the FIBA Cup. Shinsky steps back, leans back on the 3, is short. Chance to run here, Neal has it. 2 guys back, Perez open for 3, count it. 5-point game on the back of the Alex Perez 3. Put that in the book. And it's back to 5.
We need to sprint back. This is a situation where we can use no foul. You cannot watch. You have to give extra effort from yourself. We don't want to deny, like Nikola did, to stay here, pass and we stay. No, stay on this position. When he get the ball, then you play close out a little bit farther from him. Hey. And we have to sprint back. They're scoring in transition.
Yeah, but you have to set a good screen. They are denying this one. You have to use V-cut and after pass. 3. You go to this side. You go to here. Can you see it? Play like this. Okay. And then like a rope, if you penetrate, even if so.
Early ball screen after the timeout. Broussard takes the ball screen into the lane, goes off the glass for 2, doesn't get the roll, and whistle on the play. Shelton's going to be charged with a personal because Sobin did such a good job at just getting after it. He gets position, and you see Shelton come from the back. He should have been dropping on the shot so he could rebound before he recovered. Anvil with the ball on the end line, 3:46 to go in 3, and have the 5-point lead. Lead's been cut in half. Select with the 3 is short. Defensive rebound. This time Moore has it and goes. Attacks it baseline, comes back, needs a pass right now. Perez. Shelton there. Look at Gary Neal in the corner here. He's going to stay and just stay in space. If they step off him, they'll find him. Shelton off balance for 3 is no good. Simon pushes, gets a little space, stops for the 3, is short, and a whistle on the play. Kostretsky checks in. Good effort out of bounds. Attack the little space. The 2, the push is no good. Ziskowski hits his own rebound. Broussard comes out of the sun, wraps the pass. Open for 3 is short. And Banvit as a team recover it. Perez takes the early screen, looks to turn the corner. In traffic, 1-on-3, takes a poor shot. Well, he puts his hands up, but he went straight into 3 defenders. The referee is not going to bow you out in that situation. Ziskowski moves it on, goes down low. 4 on the possession. They go up with the left-hand runner. Soft touch. Zskowski adds to his personal tally. Stays with the play. Big step. Puts it high. Soft touch for 2. Moore wraps the pass. Neal with a rip through. Is blocked. And Broussard recovered. Clean as you like. End line possession, they go long. Neal takes the ball screen, gets his feet set, fires up the 3 and just drains it. Quick and smooth, he just in one action. And it's back to a 4-point game, and Banvit showing a lot of the resilience they're going to need in the playoffs. The 3 is gone. It's good. Jaroslav Zskowski has got the 3 going. Look at the flat release. Who cares about it's not this, it's not that. It's going in and answered. Morgan with the 2. We have a game here. 1:10 to go in the 3rd. Zskowski hands it off. Broussard. Nope, sorry. It's Mihailovic with a whistle away from the ball. Then we got a 3-second call on Sobin, who just, in fact, they got a holding offensive foul. Picks up his 2nd personal. Chance for Banvit to close this to a single possession. Usoy gets it into the half court. Moore. Moore on the ball reversal. Great find. Jordan Morgan gets double teamed and then gets indecisive. Step back for the 3 is off. Morgan tries to keep it, does keep it alive. Chance to run here. Broussard leads the break. Big step to the hoop and 1. Usoy with a weak foul gives up the extra point. That ignites the crowd. 66-59, and Usoy, his foul woes continue. That's his 4th foul. Broussard chance to complete the 3-point play, which he does. And will extend it to an 8-point advantage. Last 20-plus seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moore waits for the Morgan screen. Gets inside, draws contact. That's only the 3rd team foul. Mihailovic picks up foul number 2. Upstairs for the easy, I wouldn't say throw down, push down maybe. Back to a 6-point game. You're going to get the half-court shot away, which does not trouble the scorer. And we have reached the end of 3, and Banvit still trail. Anvil have a 67-61 advantage at the end of the 3rd quarter. But we are set for a 4th quarter that's going to tell you a lot about Banvit's playoff credentials.
Not too much. Jump on him. And this guy comes here. Look where O'Neal side. Jump on him. Hey, we cannot help from Neal here, but we need to jump here and play man-to-man. You 2 guys on top. Special ready.
Well, as those highlights show you, this is to and fro. Little momentum swings throughout that third quarter. Start of the fourth, 67-61. Anvil have the lead. What do Banvit have? Do they have the resilience to be a potential champion in the Basketball Champions League? Talent isn't the question. Broussard has it. Comes off the high screen, looks to turn the corner, goes with the right hand off the glass. Tough finish. Great way to create an angle. 9 points personal for the American. Whistle on the play as Neil looked to penetrate. Zyskowski was a little slow on the closeout. Didn't really attack him to retain him on the sideline, allowed him to go to the middle. Zyskowski picks up foul number 2. Ushoy has it. Needs a pass. Jordan Morgan to the left hand. Great little runner for 2. Used his body so well to protect it. Doesn't feel he's getting any love at all from the officials on that drive. Oh, Markovic down the lane for 2. Jordan Morgan just played for the pass and he gave up the penetration and Markovic read it and finished it. Moore steps in, drops it down low, fumble, turnover. Zyskowski for the left-hand layup for 2. Timeout for Banvit. They trail by 10. Nice start to the fourth by the home club. And Boxevec have a 73-63 advantage on the back of the left-hand layup. And when every time you keep waiting for them to buckle under the pressure that Banvit exert, tonight anyway, Anvil trying to snap a 4-game losing streak have responded brilliantly. Timeout Banvit.
Alex, you come right here. You play like this.
Go and protect him like this. Backboard pass. Backboard pass for you. Okay? If you don't see, pass to Vlado will feed him inside.
Zyskowski with 19, Ishilak with 16. Still the major contributors from a points perspective for Anvil. But they've got a little bit more help as this game has developed. Broussard with 9 points personal. Hanovic has 5. And here come Banvit. Kenzie Moore. There's that matchup with like a 1-3-1 look. Wide open, Shelton in the corner for 3 is long. And if you had to choose who you wanted to shoot the 3, you'd want Shelton, not Neil. Off the glass is no good. Ball is hunted down and recovered. Markovic wants and gets Bouchard to take the basketball. 5 on the possession. This has got to go up. Bouchard settles for the 3, is off. Defensive rebound by Shelton, and Mackenzie Moore will advance the basketball. Gets the early ball screen, they slip it. Neil attacks the seam. Has to back out. And goes again, goes upstairs. And Jordan Morgan pressed the elevator button, gets above the ring and hangs. Nice timing on the pass. They have options, Banvit. They've just got to get things going at the defensive end. Zyskowski for 3 is long. And the ball will belong to Banvit. .27 to go. 8-point margin. Anvil, the zone is back. They take the ball and drop into passing lanes. It's a really It's a 2-2-1 shape. The back man really does protect the ring. Knocked away. Broussard gets a piece as Jordan Morgan tries to go to work. Markovic thinks about it again. He was wide open. Turned it down in the end. Markovic goes to the middle. Strong move. Big second step. They're going to call it travel. Not totally sure. It looked different. Yeah, he had the hop and then the step. So he added an extra phase. 73-65. 7 to go. Building up. Incredible performance by Anvil tonight. Mackenzie Moore outside the 3. Puts it on the floor. They just attack it coming out of the switch. Ball's deflected. Lob out of bounds. Jordan Morgan. Perez for 3 is good. 5-point game. Banvit still come. 11 points for Perez on 50% from the 3-point line. Broussard gets it. Zizowski goes up, little push shot. Broussard's on the glass. And they somehow manufacture a way to come up with a basketball. Zareski comes up with it. Mackenzie Moore. They just force it into the left. Perez thinks about the 3, puts it on the floor. He's fouled as he tried to turn the corner. Quality minutes for Broussard. The 3 is short. Great work by Shelton on the glass. Big block by Markovic from behind. Battle on the glass. People going to work. And that's going to be a blocking foul by Jordan Morgan. Broussard's been out there 16.5 minutes, 9 points on 4 from 7 from the field. 19 efficiency rating, really has done a great job off the bench. 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Huge contribution. Morgan not happy with the call. End line possession. 7-point game. Banvit just can't get over the hump. They've been at 2 and 3 on a couple of occasions. Sobin checking back in. Broussard will take the ball on the end line. Markovic. Well, they got him 4 feet with a jump hook. Couldn't complete. Perez turns the corner, gets to the foul line, drops it down low. And Mackenzie Moore pushes the elevator button, goes up with a 2-hand slam. It's Banvit's turn to show the 2-3 zone. Both coaches going to the locker for things and options to come up with to try and get the win here. Banvit with a 2-3 zone. Trying to run off this zone. Ball's knocked away, but will stay with Anwil. Zizowski. Asinski checks back in. 2-3 zone for Banvit, out of bounds. Sobin goes baseline. They've got him in the corner if they want to go at him. Decide not to. Sobin, nice move to the weak side. Open 3. Broussard is no good. And Jordan Morgan just claims it. too much help to go inside to Jordan Morgan. They go upstairs to Shelton. Whistle on the play. Drops it inside. Shelton spins to the middle. Doesn't get the drop. In hope more than conviction. Simon gets it off. Gets his feet set for three in the corner. It is way long. Ball is claimed by Shelton, who looks long on the outlet. Perez at speed. The three is good. Neil's back in town. Knocks down the three. Feet set, lets the defense go past. Strokes it. 2-point game. Do they get over the hump this time? Banvit go to 42% from the three-point line. Nice pass. Mackenzie Moore looks around in almost disbelief. Wants to know where the back man is. Over on the ball is the answer. Perez attacks it, gets to the far side of the ring, rolls a poor looking hook shot against the side of the backboard. Simon looks inside, Sobin gets a touch. They leave the shooter alone. Short, great rebound, and foul on Mackenzie Moore. Miroslav Skowski gets another positive stat, 4-point margin. Moore picks up his third foul, 3:21 to go. Banvit just trying to find a way to get over the hump. Timeout on the floor. And Banvit call it. They trail 4 when we come back. Anvil will have the ball on the end line.
We got energy, we will play more pressure. And we have 2 fouls, just 2 fouls. Okay. We have 2 fouls. Listen, right now,
One defense. I want us to try 33. 33. They are scoring 3 only and Neil. They have timeout. Okay. I want one offense. Nicola, you go position, one defense. 33. Run for the corners. They cannot be shot from the corner. You stay here. Okay. And offense. Team.
Do they get over the hump, Banvit? 2 free throws coming back. Miroslav Ziskowski on the 3-throw line. Had 15 points against Banvit in Turkey. Has 19 tonight, misses the first. Second is good, opens it out to a 5-point game. Plenty of time left in this one, 3:21 to go in the fourth. Mackenzie Moore through the air, beats the pressure. Shelton. Solby's going to fill the middle. Shelton, far side of the ring, goes to the guard, and Solby just says, no, you are not getting to the ring in my gym. Recovers. But it's not quite Rosette, but it must feel like Rosette to Sobin. Shelton. Moore lines up the 3, is long. Jordan Morgan, that's a man's rebound on the inside. Moore is fouled on the way back up. Jordan Morgan going 3-on-1 on the glass, comes up with the offensive rebound. Moore will go to the free throw line to make this a 3-point game with 2:57 to go. But Morgan on the glass, that's a huge effort. Well, the 80% free throw shooter can't get the first one to drop. Mackenzie Moore to make it a 4-point game. And he goes 0 for 2. That is not in the script for Banvit. Anwil. The crowd just trying to lift them over the line here. 2:40 to go. Laczynski wraps the pass to Sobin, thinks about the shot, spins, goes with a hook, doesn't get the drop, and they cannot get the putback on the offensive glass. Perez takes the early screen from Shelton. Again, they fill the middle and take away his options. Foul on the way up. And it will be a sideline possession. They just fill the middle. The impressive thing is they get to the perimeters really quickly. Defensively, they've found a way to deal with this Banvit offense. But looks like in the penalty, sending Perez to the free throw line. Perez goes 1 for 2. 4-point game. Laczynski. The ball on the floor. Attacks Jordan Morgan. Nice pass. Great finish. Super finish by Michalak. Great timing on the cut. Laczynski with the assist. Perez. They just give him space enough, but demanding he passes the ball and everyone plays the lane. Asking Perez to score. Takes the three, fills it up from deep. 3-point game, halves the margin, 1:49 to go, and Banvit come again. They still have not got over the hump. Get a stop here. Crowd trying to lift Anwil over the line. Laczynski for the three is no good. And Shelton comes down with it. No one going to the glass. Big possession here. Moore gets it off to the man you'd expect to have it. Gary Neal puts it on the floor. Wants the ball screen, takes the ball screen. Turns the corner, sets it up for three. Is long, and majorly long. Laczynski. Laczynski gets it into the half court. Plenty of time left, just still over a minute. 10 on this possession. Chase Simon outside the 3-point line, guarded by Alex Perez. He takes the long two, is no good. Defensive rebound by Moore. And you've got to think Banvit have to score on this possession. 3 or 2, they have to score. Perez takes the ball screen from Jordan Morgan, who's open, but they turn him down. Perez for three. He's short. Morgan's on the glass. Powers up through the traffic. Neal, Sheldon for the tie. Is good. We're tied at 80 with 27.9 seconds to go. And Shelton is having his Basketball Champions League game of his life. Here we go then. Scores are tied. Laczynski will inbound. They're taking it from the end line. If they'd have taken it from the front court, it would have been a 14-second reset. They're going to go for a 24-second reset, but they are taking the chance of pressure up the floor from Banvit. They beat the pressure. 4-second differential between game and shot clock. Banvit with 2 fouls to give. Won't want to give them up now unless they have to. Laczynski. And Moore is challenged or charged with a foul. And with 13.3 seconds left in the game, Anwil can hold for the last shot. Still 1 foul to give Banvit. They've led pretty much the whole game, Anwil. Can they just finish it off now? Laczynski turns the corner, gets it off. Chelak has it knocked away. And we're going to have overtime here in Anwil. Anwil Boxerbeck and Banvit. And finished at 80 apiece. We're going to overtime. And Banvit just couldn't get over the hump. Well, if you're a Banvit fan now, you're probably thinking you've just about got yourself a get out of jail card free. Can you cash it? Can you cash it in to get the win? Here we go then. Overtime. And Perez and Banvit get the first look at it. Hard show. Perez breaks the defense down. Turnover. Deja vu moment in the game. Chelak drops it inside. Simon can't get the layup. And they rushed it, didn't need to. Mackenzie Moore just goes, doesn't like it, the help man came. Moore sets up, wide open, doesn't get the drop. Defensive rebound is chased down by Laczynski, and they've got to spend time with it on this one. Simon will hand it back to Kamil Laczynski. Finds Simon, drops it off. The long 2 is good. Ziskowski, who is never going to pass up an open look, gets the first 2 points of overtime. Mackenzie Moore. Gary Neal wide open. That's candy from a baby time. Gary Neal knocks down a wide open 2 and ties it at 82 apiece. 3:40 to go in overtime. Simon on the wing. challenges the defense. Now he needs a pass. Markovic attacks the closeout, spins to the middle, far side of the ring. And Jordan Morgan just cleans up on the glass. Chance for Banvit to lead for the first time since I don't know when. Moore off the down screen. Neal curls, finds a little separation. Moore has it knocked away. Markovic says, we're a little out of control. We're outnumbered. Let's get it into the half court. Simon thinks about the three, takes the three, is long. And Sobin just can't get it on the glass. And Perez will walk it down the floor. Gary Neal comes through, takes it away. Perez lines up the three, drops it. The defense follows Neal. Perez pops open, 17 points personal for the guard. And in too much space with too much time, and puts Banvit up three. Skowski will move it to the corner, flips it out. Mikhaila Michalak puts it on the floor. Markovic lines up the three to answer, is short. And Mackenzie Moore has and says, hey, we have the three-point lead. Let's just get what we need. Perez into the half court. Shelton has it. Before tonight, Shelton's biggest contribution points-wise was a 16-point haul. Whistle on the play. Gary Neal on the free throw line. This is normally a gimme. First one is good. Makes it a two-possession game. $18 points personal. Gary Neal again comes up with a quality performance. 2 for 2 from the line. And Banvit with a 5-point lead, may well be the biggest lead of the night. 6-2 start to overtime. Sorry, a 7-2 start to overtime. Kaczynski tries to turn the corner, drops it inside. So he goes up with the, you've got to say, hopeful left-hand hook. The Anvil believe now they had this game won, or they thought they had this game won, and somehow Banvit found a way to get back, and they just simply refused to lose. Jordan Morgan, count it. Jordan Morgan makes it a 7-point lead for Banvit. Would have been asked some serious questions this evening, and at the moment they have found a way. Well, if you're a body language expert, I'm not sure how much energy was in that Anvil timeout. The 7-point margin has appeared to have sapped the energy from those guys. They still have enough time. They have more than enough time. 1:34 to go. What they need is a score and a stop, and they're right back in this. Score, stop, score, and you've still got plenty of time. Up the floor pressure. Banvit still have a foul to give. Broussard turns the corner, goes strong, takes some contact, gets the two. tough finish. Gary Neal relieves the pressure by just popping open underneath the front row of any press. And Mackenzie Moore ensures they get it over the halfway line inside before the 8-second call. Perez puts it on the floor, steps back, goes again, gets inside, nice pass, and another 2 points for Shelton. Back to a 7-point lead. Not quite a dagger to the heart. Broussard is blocked. Linsky goes up with a prayer. It's going to go out of bounds. And Banvit with a chance to put the dagger to the heart on this possession. They're up 7. It's a 3-possession game. And the score here pretty much does it. Moore is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And while Mackenzie Moore missed his last 2 from the free throw line, I don't think there's a person in the gym who believes he's going to miss these 2. It will still be a 3-possession game if he makes both, but it'll be 3 threes. And Banvit sending a message here. This was a challenge. Great defensive effort for most of the game by Anvil. But finally, Banvit found a way to work it out, and they lead by 8. Let's make that 9. 3-possession game, 44 seconds to go. Shellac, who's had a nice game. They need to go quick here, Anvil. There's no point. They've got to go quick. Broussard. Taking a long time over this one. Penetrates, rolls it back. Solbent has to go up under, not really under control. And that'll do it, I think. 19 seconds on the possession. 20 seconds. Oh! And Shelton just puts a huge exclamation mark under his team's and under his performance. Anvil have really tested Banvit tonight. Banvit found a way, refused to lose. Shelton was just phenomenal. 27 points with a rating of 26, 11 from 20 from the floor, 9 rebounds. But Banvit, backs to the wall during the second half, found a way to come back, found a way to get the win, and underline their credentials as a team who has real aspirations in the playoffs in the Basketball Champions League. Second place looks assured for the Turkish club. Anvil again have shown they can compete at this level, but have come up short. 5 losses in a row to finish off in the last 5 weeks of Basketball Champions League action, which has put pay to their playoff hopes. I don't know if they could have played any better tonight, but they have come up short again. Crowd trying to lift them, and I'd say respect a good performance by Anvil. Here's the numbers. Shooting 53 and 23. They just struggled from the 3-point line. 59 and 43 with 29 assists for Banvit. They got it done on the glass. And the Turkish club, I think, have underlined their credentials. 9 turnovers and 13 turnovers respectively after a poor start by Banvit. Both teams took great care of the basketball, and Anvil really did good job learning from the first game. Ziskowski had 22 huge points. Shelton, though, outdid him with 27. Jordan Morgan was 1 short of a double-double. And Banvit have Final Four credentials again. They have quality from a scoring perspective, look after the basketball. Jordan Morgan holds things together in the middle. Their bench has quality, although they relied on the starters a lot tonight. But that is an excellent performance by Banvit. An excellent performance on the road. They were tested. The different defensive looks really did trouble them for a while. But they found a way to win. They simply refused to lose. And they've maintained the momentum. The streak continues. And they have been challenged. There is no doubt in my mind that that was a great game for Banvit to win. At this stage of the Basketball Champions League season, to have that type of test away from home is a big, big plus for Banvit. They would have found a lot about themselves. Got great performances across the roster. A team that does enjoy playing with each other as a group found a way to win. Perez was good. He struggled a little bit in terms of his distribution, in terms of organizing what Banvit were doing, but once they got deep into the fourth and in overtime, he just took responsibility. The story will be about Shelton's numbers. Shelton just had numbers to die for. Played 34 minutes, 11 from 20 at shooting 55%. He went 50% from the three-point line, 4 from 8. 9 rebounds. He threw in 1 assist. Only 1 turnover, has an efficiency rating of 26. Mackenzie Moore has an efficiency rating of 23, in spite of only scoring 13 points, 7 rebounds, but he had 11 assists. So a double-double for Mackenzie Moore. Morgan was solid again, 12 and 9. And we haven't even mentioned Gary Neal's 19 points. That was a great performance by Banvit. They're second in the group. They're secure in that position. They are ready for the playoffs. 1 more week of regular season action to go. Join us for that next week. Goodbye from Poland.